good afternoon. How are you today? So, today what we're going to be doing is a real-time reaction. Well, I guess if you're watching this live stream on the replay, it's not real time for you, but it's real time for me right now. What is real time anyway? I guess your time isn't real. Your own fake time. I'm sorry. But fucking, you know what the fuck I mean. We're watching fucking reaction to this bitch is doing a restock. So we're talking about Safety First Boutique. She fucking does luxury, quote unquote, is how she brands it, markets it. Um, fucking keychains. Like, so she basically buys all these different parts of the keychains that she then puts together herself onto the keychain for you and sells that. And it is basically like a little keychain with a little band on the wrist thing. I don't know words to use today, so whoops. Language deprivation. So that would, like, some of them have little fuzzy balls. I think you can choose what the fuck you want on your keychain and shit like that. I'm not sure, but we're gonna look at all that. And they got like pepper spray. They got this like little sticky thing, and I have no clue what it is. But when I looked at it, I was just like, it looks like something you're gonna poke someone in the eye with. Like, I don't know what the fuck it's for though. And I'm not trying to poke anybody in the eye. I'm just expressing what I think the utility of that tool is for. Fucking alright, and you know, some shit like that. I don't know, but we're gonna look at that shit. So the reason is I've been following her for quite some time now, just because like some people I'll follow when I see certain things that they're doing in business, just to kind of study them, even if I don't I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this person, and I'll discuss that in a bit too, because of, you know, political reasons. But I also don't think it's my place to have an opinion on the things that I'm questioning as well, and we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, so fucking, I'm gonna roll the intro, and then we're just gonna get into the damn thing. Because I have a feeling, I don't know why, I just have a feeling this one could be a long one, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I will wrap this bitch up short and surprise myself. But my best friend calls me Chatty Cathy. Um, so, and if you've been watching me long enough, I feel like you already know why. So, but yeah. Hi, my name is Lexi, also known as and doing business as Deaf Child. In 2022, my company was listed as number 14 Best Louisiana Events Companies and Startups. I have been doing business as Deaf Child since 2013. I have my Bachelor of Science in Music Industry Studies and Business Administration, and deafness runs in my family genetically. Speech is not fully accessible to me. And I've got about 50 certifications in marketing and sales that you can find at noladeafchild.com. So yeah, oh, I forgot to mention also, because you can see obviously I have a bunch of tabs put up, so that's a lot of tabs for a restock, right? I also thought we would look at her marketing strategy and talk, and I could go through some SEO and some site audit tools through her marketing, just to kind of explore what, you know, what I think is working and what isn't working from what I'm seeing. And also, all of the tools that I'm going to show you are free, no sign-in, because I get way too many fucking emails, and I'm not trying to sign up for more emails than I need, and I like to use a variety of tools. And so I will constantly just be using tools that you don't have to create an account for, because I'm avoiding that email marketing. And that's kind of funny because that's what I do, but I also like, there are emails lists that I have subscribed to for years, because I genuinely fucking love the emails. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's great email marketing. Like, I love good email marketing. I don't like bad email marketing. And if you're forcing me to be email marketed to, it's bad. You know what I mean? My email marketing is optional. You can decide. You know what I'm saying? Like, anywho, so fucking her restock happens in about 20 minutes. So we're going to be discussing, I thought we'd explore her website and talk a little bit about marketing strategies in the next 20 minutes from while we wait for the restock to go on, and that's at 7 p.m. my time. And fucking at that point, at 7 p.m., we're gonna see how long does it take for her restock. You know what? Let's pull up a timer. I should have done this already. Like, okay, cool. Let's look up online timer. Stopwatch. Okay, we're looking for a stopwatch is better. All right. So we pull up a stopwatch here. So whenever the restock goes on, if I can remember to do so, and it won't be exact because there's going to be that delay time, obviously, with the internet itself as it occurs, and then with fucking the time it takes for me to do things. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna roughly time, if I can, with my mental health. How long does it take for this restock to sell out once the restock occurs? And that's because, like, if you go look, like, on, like, Instagram, you know, uh, let's see, comments that I was noticing, like, people were why am I feel gaslit because here it is. So this right here, you hardly anyone can get one. It's repeat buyers. You should really do a new customer only restock is a comment that was left. You know, those types of comments are frequent on her content because she sells her shit out. We're gonna do a deeper dive in her social in a minute. But she sells her shit out real fast and to the point where it's really hard to get her shit. Now, part of it is like in some way somewhat of a limitation on the supply in comparison to the demand. But in her first restock, if the numbers she shared are accurate, I believe she shared that and I did not I should have pulled up this video. Actually, I think this might have been shared in the video that I was just commenting on. No, it's in this video, I'm pretty sure. So we'll watch this video. Fucking, but, you know what, I think we got time to watch that video before the restock, so we'll do that. Fucking, so she started off with like 300 sales, her first go around, is what she has reported to us. So let's watch that video real quick, and let me show you. Okay, so here's why I think this is why I had that. So in it, it's like an overlay and it's got the video and it was just like, did we ever, I forgot what the fuck, I literally just saw it and I forgot what the fuck it said. So I'm sorry for people who are not watching this visually, but I think it fucking said like, it was like a flashback, like quote unquote theoretically with words, but it said like, did we get the, did we do the thing we wanted to do? I forgot what the fuck it said, but it was like, did we do the thing we wanted to do? And then it was like, yes, we did. Okay, and then then the next thing that I'm saying, it says we had our first sold out restock and sold 300 keychains in 1 hour, August 2021. So fucking, that's a lot of keychains. So if that was the very first restock that they ever did, which, okay, but here's my question. How is it a restock? Oh, I guess, well, never mind. She's saying it could be her first sold out restock, not necessarily the first stock she ever did, because then it's not. That's what I was going to say. Is like, how is it a restock if it's the first one you ever did? But paying attention to where the word first is. The word first is in front of sold out. That could make sense. That makes sense. I understand. Okay, my bad. Fucking, but yeah, so in about 17 minutes, it's gonna go off. So if I'm only imagining she's moving more product now, but I don't know those exact numbers. But that's just to give you like, you know, what the fuck she's done before. Um, and so whenever I was going through, so if you right click online, you can click view page source and you can look at somebody's code, as I'm sure you know. So we can see she's on Shopify. I can see she has done some rich data to the extent that I believe that the metadata has you input that. in the content management system, but I've noticed she has not done any additional rich data such as JavaScript object notation linked data, and that gets you easier found online. I will say she's easily found for her own brand name, but if she was looking to get found organically for keychains in general and safety and defense keychains in general, then that would be a route to go that she's not doing now that I've noticed. And I've also noticed, and I didn't read all of this code, so obviously this could be here and I just didn't notice it. But I don't think that she has Google Analytics set up, and I don't think that she has any pixels set up for any social platform. So Google Analytics, regardless of if you're running ads or not, is super important because it is basically it's lead attribution. It allows you to understand where are your leads coming from, so you know what is working and what doesn't. And this can basically, it can either save you money by putting your resources into where is going to be most profitable for you so you generate the most results, as well as gives you opportunity to better optimize and fit where people are not staying with you. Um, and so like all of those are things that she could be doing. And then the pixels, so like Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn all have like different little pixels. And there's even like like tags. Well, Google ads connect through both analytics and through Google tags. That can be depending on how we set it up. But okay, so every place you can run an ad on also has a piece of code that allows you to then put it on your website to track the data so you understand what are the people you are sending to your site are actually doing when they get there. And that's one of the biggest reasons people fail with marketing advertising is they're not doing these analytics. So then they're running ads and they're not understanding what is working or not working about their ad. So if it's not generating money, they don't know what to do to fix it. And if it is working, they don't know what about it worked in order to repeat that success again. So that is the importance of analytics, which I noticed she's not doing. Um, fucking But she's doing a lot well. Just because I'm criticizing too doesn't mean, like, from a business perspective, I don't think she's doing enough. She's doing a lot. She's doing great. She's selling out her restocks, millions of views, hundreds of thousands of followers. You know, I don't think all her videos have millions of views, but I'm pretty sure I've seen some videos with millions of views from her. And we're gonna look at all that. We got about 14 minutes till our restock countdown here. Um, fucking So let's look at this bitch's inventory, right? So fucking, I noticed pricing. I see here we're in like the 38. We're starting at like $38. Um, and so I've seen a lot of comments also on her socials. You know, with the wallet, starts at 40. Um, okay, we got 37. So they're around that. They start from the around $40 mark. Um, And some of them also have little, like, wallet things attached. Or it looks like a wallet. It could be whatever fuck you want to use it for, though. And I think they, like, all look like they got little fuzzy balls attached. It doesn't let me view more information on the product. I'm assuming that might happen once the restock is up. This is my first time actually going through her website. Besides pulling up all of the links to do the live stream with, I did go ahead and pull up all the links. And I actually read through, like, I didn't read through it, but I skimmed and scanned the view source material with the code on the back end. But I didn't even read, like, what was on front. So that's kind of funny to me. Because it's kind of like going to look at a car and not even bothering to look at the outside or the interior of the car, but being like, let's take a look under the hood. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of, I feel like that's metaphorically what the fuck I just did. Um, but yeah, so she doesn't do pre-order. So I think part of what makes her go viral and part of what makes her sell a lot is, well, we'll talk about reasons she goes viral when we analyze her social in a bit, but from a business standpoint, with just for analyzing the sales, she has a very, she places the limitation on the supply because she hand puts together. She buys all of the pieces for the keychain separately and then puts them together either herself or her team by hand. And those videos are shown in the material, which is why she does have, even if she's got people shitting on her for the price or people shitting on her for it not being available enough or whatever, that's why you still have the people going back, because they see the work she put in. And she's also done comparison videos too that we'll talk about, where she'll like show like what are her competitors doing, or like if you just try and go get this shit yourself at a store, what are you gonna find? She does those types of videos also, which I think are super helpful in showing the value of her work. And you know what? Here's what I'm gonna talk about real quick. We'll just get this out of the way. This is not my place to speak on, but I had mentioned it in my intro. I was basically like, what I question about her. In her content, she does discuss that she lives in Hawaii. And so I just question, you know, but then you could be this, like the same could be said for me. And yeah, I do happen to have some mixed heritage, but at the same time, it's like, still doesn't excuse the harm of my whiteness. You know what the fuck I mean? Like, but we're like, you know, we have someone who is, oh, hey, Kimmy, how you doing? Should he go back to the beginning and catch up on 2 times, or did you not miss too much? You didn't miss too much. If you want to go back to the beginning, that's totally understandable, but I can recap you real quick if you don't feel like doing all that. All we talked about so far, and then you can decide whether or not you want to go back. Okay, and then, because I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, fucking, but, fucking, what I was talking about was I basically summarized the description of this video in a different way. We're talking about safety first. This bitch, she does fucking keychains and shit. Her restock, it's the countdown that's happening right here. It goes off in 7 minutes, or at 7 p.m. Central. I forgot what time zone you're in, but yeah, on the hour, her restock goes off, and her shit like goes so quick. It sells like hotcakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, faster than I can take a dab. You know what I mean? Like, her stuff is, so we're gonna see. I pulled up a stopwatch, and if I can remember to start it, we're gonna time how fast does her shit sell out. Um, and oh, the other thing that you missed was I talked about having gone through her source code, and I realized she doesn't have any tracking or any sort of analytics on her website, and she also doesn't have JavaScript object notation linked data or rich data for organic SEO. None of that is on her website. Oh, and the other last thing I talked about that I think you missed was no, not this one, this video. So she talked about in this video her very first sold out restock was 300 keychains in 1 hour, and that was about 2 or 3 years ago. And that's actually around the time frame that I found her when she was going viral. She was selling out her restocks, and the reason I'm covering her, okay, great. Awesome. We're in Eastern time. I'm glad you liked the recap. Yeah, that was basically the recap. I don't think you missed much. The live started about 20-ish minutes ago. So, I don't think you missed much. I talk a lot. I am drinking a Mexican Coca-Cola today because my best friend went to a Cuban bakery and brought me one. And this shit is so good. So I don't know what you're drinking, but it's like, it's so much better. Does this show the label? It's so much better than United States Coke. The Mexican Coke is amazing. That's my favorite. But yeah, fucking, so that is why I am holding a bottle as big as my torso. Just kidding. Fucking, uh, but yeah, fucking, yeah, so this bitch sells her shit. Her restock is in about, 5-6 minutes. So that, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. It doesn't let me click on any of these to get any more information for the keychains, but they all got little fuzzies, some pepper spray. That's an alarm. That looks like a little sticky thingy to jab people's eyes out with, but I honestly have no fucking clue what it's supposed to be. But I honestly, you know what I think is funny? Because she used to do brass knuckles, and brass knuckles used to be the thing, but brass knuckles and pepper spray are both like up in the air about legality. Oh, you've never seen a Mexican Coke this big? Yeah, size really does matter. Okay, sorry. Fucking. I don't know why I said that. That was either really funny of me or really immature, or perhaps both. Um, but yeah, so. Oh, and I like the colorful flowers. And then, right before you joined, I was talking about like the conflict and value alignment is that she does advertise, and kind of sometimes I feel like she does use the fact that she's in Hawaii for her marketing. And I do wonder if that, but it's not my place to speak on because I'm not Hawaiian. But I do question the, like, how do Native Hawaiians feel about her is what I would question. Um, Oh no, you didn't distract me. Oh yeah, no, I was just like, so like I had mentioned the other thing I didn't. I think I forgot to tell you this too in my recap. But the thing I had forgot, one more thing I had mentioned in my intro was questioning value alignment with her, and that was the reason why I was questioning value alignment with her would be because she does advertise that she is based out of Hawaii on her social media. And I don't know how ethical that is. On one level, it's like, yeah, you got to talk about where you're at on some level. Um, Motion of the ocean matters too, though. Yeah, that's true. I definitely understand. Yeah, exactly. And I understand that too because that matters from like where you're shipping from a business perspective. But then like a lot of the content though that I'm addressing the ethicalness of, which isn't that, because you are so right when you're saying that she does need to say where she's from like a she's got to ship this shit perspective. But from like a she was um she was so for 2 or 3 years now she's been talking about how she's just married because she got married and then she did another wedding ceremony, and so for about 3 years she's had wedding content to milk, which I'm not judging milking wedding content. Love it. If you're feeling the love, milk it for what it's worth, you know what the fuck I mean. uh but what I'm saying is, and all of that wedding content, a lot of it has been about how great of a life they have in Hawaii and how rich they are seem to be and things like that. Like, it looks like her family is pretty well off. And I think she talks about being a military family as well. And I know the military has not done good things in Hawaii. So that's why I question, like, I don't know how ethical she is. And I'm not saying she is or isn't. And I'm saying it is not my place to speak on it. But I had, like, questioned it. And I don't know if it's okay for me to say that I'm questioning it. But part of learning is opening myself up to these discussions, I think. So fucking we are here now, but that's all I'm gonna say on it because like I said, it's not my place. I just wanted to address it in case, because I am doing this live stream, in case, people are like, am I sending you to an ethical person? I don't know. Um, but then you were asking me, you said you were about to say why you're covering her this. Why I'm covering this is because uh, I have seen her consistently sell out of every restock over the last 3 years. And so she's doing things that work. And so why I'm covering this is to discuss all of the things that I think are working about her, because I want to show, like, I want to analyze and reflect on things that are going well, so we can, so people like, so I can, and so anyone else who might be watching it could see what they could apply to themselves or their clients or their work or whatever they're doing. I feel like if someone's watching this far, they got some level of interest in marketing. Um, Biased against wealth flaunty content though, especially when it's not a rags to riches sort of context. Yeah, I understand. I can be too. Like my family, like is like, to be honest, comes from the brokest of broke, like meth heads. Like our family tree, if I look at the history, the only way my family ever had any sort of benefits in this society were from exploitation and corruption. And whenever that ended, we were left, my family lineage was left with nothing, and I think we were meant to be left with nothing. um so you know what I mean. I don't know if that makes sense, because my family lineage was not on a good path, and so I think it's good that all of I know that my family lineage has nothing now, and I think that's a good thing. I don't know if that's probably fucked up. My family might be watching this like, bitch, are you shitting me right now? And I'm like, hey, fuck you guys. I'm just kidding. No, 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 that sounds fucked up. But I'm talking about like colonialism wise, you know what I mean? But then it's also like I have mixed ancestry, and so it's like being clear with my ancestors too. Like not those ancestors. Those ancestors were chill. I'm talking about these ancestors. You know, I don't know. The ancestors I looked like, fuck them. But yeah, I'm weird. I'm sorry. Fucking But yeah, dude, I wish more content existed to analyze this shit too, because a lot of the content you see on marketing, and you know what really gave me this idea is LawTube, because a lot of marketing, it goes in one or two directions. It's either only gossip, like it doesn't analyze it. It goes into just a reporting on it as a gossiper, or it goes into like a um just complete educational material, where if people don't know about this at all, they could easily not know what the fuck is happening or be bored as shit. And there's not like a crossover. And LawTube, I think, is a great crossover. Um, oh, there is a creator on TikTok, Catherine McPherson, and then there's another one, Sugia, Soogia, and then I don't know how to spell Catherine McPherson's name, to be honest, but fucking those two bitches, they're not bitches, but you know what the fuck I mean. They do PR, and so fucking, I'm gonna try and remember to put their information in the description after this shit. And they do they also inspire me, but I feel like I want to do a different way. I honestly don't know how I feel about value alignment with Molly McPherson. Did I say Catherine or Molly? Shit, honestly, now I don't know her name. The white bitch. Um, sorry. Fucking, I don't know how I feel about her value alignment wise, because I think I've seen her be like, yeah, Taylor Swift is great. Fuck Taylor Swift, man. Like, and okay, I can acknowledge Taylor Swift. Back in middle school, I loved Taylor Swift's music. You know, like, Stay Beautiful, when that came out. That type of shit I was really into, right? So I'm not saying, oh, fuck Taylor Swift, she's a shitty musician. She's got talent, fine. I'm saying value alignment wise, fuck Taylor Swift. You know what the fuck I mean? Like, just because I don't agree with her values doesn't mean I'm gonna shit on her as an artist, though. Um, but I will say, people who try to compare Taylor Swift to Beyonce, get the fuck out of here. Beyonce's way better. Like, you cannot. If you think Taylor Swift is better than Beyonce, I fucking hate you. That's probably over the top. But you know what? I'm just gonna be straight up. Um, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't hate you, Kimmy. Unless you, Kimmy, unless you can feel how you feel about music, but I hate your opinion if that's what it is. But you know, no, 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 no. You didn't even say you did. But I'm just crazy. I'm sorry I'm like this. Fucking, how did I get here? Oh shit, this shit is the thing. Oh god damn it, I missed it. Okay, we're 4 minutes behind. So add 4 minutes to the start time. Let's look at, did we miss it? Did we miss it? Oh, dude, this shit goes up to 85. Okay, so let's see. We can add, I'm not going to be able to add anything to cart, but okay. So, all right, okay. So this is happening now. You can order, you can place your orders, place your bets. So these are fuzzies. So this one is 47. What makes them 80? Is that like price wise or is that with shipping? Oh, is that with or without? Okay. The pricing with or without goes, oh, without is sold out already. Damn, that was quick. You can add that to cart. Oh, shit. And then oh, so we got 1 out of stock, 5 in stock. Oh, this is great. We can see what's in stock. We can see the numbers right here. They've already got 30 out of stock, 5 minutes in. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, Beyonce is great. I knew I loved you. I'm over here like, no, because you can have, I'm not the type of, people accuse me of being like, oh, she doesn't let you have your own opinion because I just can't, I don't have toleration for discrimination in my space. You know what I mean? And there's like a difference between, like, it still doesn't change the impact, you know? But I do definitely see the difference in whenever we are learning to decolonize versus doubling down and gaslighting. You know what I mean? Like, I slip up on my own vernacular. Like, half of my, I feel like 10% at least of half of my videos are me yelling because I'm saying things I don't want to be saying anymore. But it came out of my mouth because I'm too colonized to where that is locked into my vernacular to where I'm trying to suck it out. Like, so I get a certain level of we are human beings. 31 out of stock. God damn. Okay, let's look through something. $50 fucking dollars. Jesus Christ. Um, what is the most expensive one and why? The mystery box. Damn, you got mystery boxes. Okay, that's the 85. So the mystery box comes with 2 self-defense keychains, 1 accessory, 1 keychain for your being, 1 sticker. But yeah, back to my point. I never shit on anyone for like for the fact that we are all needing to decolonize and making mistakes. We are human beings. I don't. You can say some pretty ableist or fucked up things to me, and I'm not gonna be like, fuck you, I'm never gonna be friends with you again because you didn't know better. But if I'm telling you that something is harmful and you're doubling down on it, that's when I get to where I'm like, fuck you. You know what I mean? I don't know if that is even appropriate. If that's It's just where I am now. Yes, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but opinions are like assholes, and everyone has them, but often they stink. I love it. And white people's assholes stink more because we don't know how to wash them. You know what I mean? Because perfumes, the origin of perfume started to cover up the smell of white people not showering or bathing and just pooping wherever we wanted. And fucking then we came to the United States and native people were like, oh my god, let me teach you how to wipe your ass, bitch. Jesus Christ, holy shit, what the fuck. So you know, I wonder if those, yeah, you know what, let's try to check out just to see. um Check out. All right. Oh fuck, let's see here. Does it let me do like the shipping? I have to enter my address to view the shipping methods. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Or you know what? I'm not going to put my address in. Let's just put in a random address. I'm going to put in um Superdome address. Okay. Oh, okay, so it's not including shipping. So standard shipping is about $7 more for me as somebody who is landlocked in New Orleans and this bitch is in Hawaii. And priority mail is another 12. Okay, intrigue. Now let's see. So they got 30 in stock, 32 out of stock. So damn, it's out of stock! Okay, let's look at the accessories. Okay, still got accessories in stock. Damn, that is okay. Oh, are they talking about what the fuck are they talking about? What's in stock? What's out of stock? Let's just. Can I go? How do I clear my cart? Let's just delete you. Let's continue shopping. I don't know why I thought they sold out. Did that screen pop up? Am I stoned? I mean, yeah, but out of stock. Okay, in stock. We still got shit in stock. We still got shit in stock. Alright, I don't know why. I mean, it's 10 minutes. 10 it's you could still buy some shit in 10 minutes. People were bitching that they couldn't get their shit. But honestly, if you were ready, if you were off work and you set an alarm, you may not be able to get the exact keychain you want, but I feel like you can get your shit. I didn't actually check out because I don't want to buy it, but I was able to get through the checkout process. And it's been 11 minutes in since the restock started. Okay, so now we're at 29 in stock. But yeah, I feel like going out of stock on this much product 11 minutes after you put it up for sale, everybody needs to be learning from this. So I pulled up a variety of material to go through for analytics and things like that. And I also wanted to talk about third-party data because a lot of people, like I've seen people shit on things like Social Blade. Like I saw Runkle of the Bailey video where he was talking about how Social Blade is bullshit and the numbers mean nothing. But I don't think he understands how to use Social Blade. And I'm not trying to be rude. Maybe he does understand and that's his opinion. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, he can't have that opinion. I'm just saying the reasons he was given were because he was saying he doesn't make the amount that was reported, that there was a discrepancy there. Um, it's very well known that there is a discrepancy with third-party data, and that's not, you don't use third-party data for the exact numbers. So another thing I wanted to talk about too was because I wanted to show you guys third-party data to analyze her website. I'm also going to talk about what is third-party data, what do we use it for, and just to understand why those discrepancies are there. So then you understand a rough everything else. And so I'm using a variety of sources that use third-party data. So third-party data can be used for it's any analytics from a source that is not from the parties involved. You know what I mean? Um, and so yeah, fucking so it can be you can have third-party sources for a variety of different things depending on what you're doing with that data. And so, yeah, so we're going to talk about all of that. Because I know I'm being vague and broad, but it's some broad, vague shit. So, whoops. It's like, how do you be specific about a broad term? Kimmy said that she saw Runkle talking about sucking because he was saying that they're super inaccurate. Exactly. Like, and the reason he was saying there was inaccurate because of this was because of discrepancies. But those discrepancies are supposed to be supposed to be there. It's supposed to be an average, and it's supposed to be machine learning calculation based on a number of factors, and we're going to go into what those factors are as well. And I pulled up because I pulled up their terms of service, and then in their estimated YouTube money calculator, they give a little blurb about how they calculate that. And then they also have some wording about it in their privacy policy. And then, so, like, I pulled up those three things so we could see what Social Blade has to say for themselves. What do you have to say for yourself? And I also pulled up two sources. One is on just an overview guide of third-party data, and one is on the limitations of third-party data. And all of that also ties into, so there's already limitations on data from first and second party sources regarding the General Data Protection Regulation, the California Consumer Privacy Act, and other things. And so we're going to be talking about all of that too. So if anybody is like listening to this, like, what the fuck? I've got sources. I'm going to link the sources, and I forgot to link them before, but I'm going to link them in the description and in the comments after the live. And yeah, fucking damn. So they're already out of stock on 27 items for the keychain. They got 22 left in stock now. And just a second ago, like before my ramble, they still had 30 in stock. So that's like, 5 to 10 that they went down on in just one little side ramble. That is so fast. And we gotta add 4 minutes to whatever this time is. Because I noticed that this went live at 7:04 my time, and it went live at 7 o'clock my time. But I forgot to hit the stopwatch. So yeah, fucking. But you know what? Shit. Maybe I should go ahead and start talking about the analytics real quick while we're waiting for this, because that's some boring shit. So that way I can mix the boring shit in with the shit that's getting timer. Oh, they got free US shipping on orders over 100. Okay, so that answers the free shipping question. That's some good marketing. And then she's got an email list to get notified when they restock. And then I've noticed that more shit is just available on the site from before the restock was available till after. So I think that's interesting. Like, she's kind of got two, I mean, it's almost the same, but it's slightly different storefronts. She says, how often does she restock? I wonder how much of selling out is due to actual production capacity restraints and how much is artificial scarcity for strategic reasons. I think it's a mix of both. Because, and we'll go into her content later where she shows all of the content. She's done time lapses of her and her team putting together the keychains. So I think it's both. I think there is a production capacity restraint, but she also does do artificial scarcity for strategic reasons, because because she could just not be doing the restocks. She could just be putting this shit up when she's got it, and then, you know what I'm saying, always have the store open. But the reason she doesn't put it up when it's made, she hoards it until a specific time, is to generate that demand for the supply. So you're right. Oh, good. I'm glad you like the analytics. This is exciting for me then. Okay, well, fucking, let's see here. And then I'm going to check in a couple of minutes. So from dataaxle.com, they got a complete guide to third-party data. And so, fucking, it puts 3 types of marketing data to work. It uses a combination of first and second and third party to improve performance, reduce ineffective spend, and increase long-term loyalty. Because you can improve the experiences based on understanding actions that people are taking. But yeah, fucking, so third party is when you've got an external source that doesn't have any relationship with the consumer whose data is being collected. So if you are running an ad on Facebook and you have Facebook Pixel on your site, Kemi says she could hire more people to an outsource production, etc. Yeah, I agree. So right now she's got like her husband and her sister and random friends working with her. And I don't even think, like, sure, I agree, those are all things she could be doing, but I don't think that is why she does the limited restock. She does the limited restock to, like you said, create the artificial scarcity for that demand. Because that goes back into, I remember it by Jus, fig Jew, and that is fear, indifference, greed, um, Jones effect, urgency, and then scarcity. So those are all emotions that incentivize people to buy. Um, and so she uses all of that in her marketing. And so fucking, yeah, I think it's fascinating actually because on a lot of marketing content, people are usually only implementing what, like, three or less of an element of what I call fig Jew, Jus though, not Jewish, like sorry, fucking um is fucking is like is she's using all elements, and not many people combine all elements into their marketing because it can be overbearing when you do. Um, but I think that I kind of wonder, like, like, I think that white woman privilege kind of works for her with using these incentive elements because she's basically weaponizing the fear, of criminalization of others in terms of being afraid of people, you know? Um, and I've been SA'd, like I get that women, even white women, are not safe in society by men. But I think if you notice, like, oh yeah, you fucking like, I cannot. I get excited when I see your comments. Um, but yeah, no, alcohol. Shit. What was I gonna say? I don't know what I think. Fucking. I think she weaponizes where. I think she weaponizes fear. In order to then get people to scarcity, and I think part of the reason she's successful as opposed to other creators who do the same thing, why does she get pushed in the algorithm, is because she's a white blonde woman. But that's kind of how I feel. But what were you saying? Okay, for sure, I mean that I see the being actual production capacity restraints, but I wondered the degree to which she's choosing to have those restraints. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. She is. That is her. That's my point of this live stream. That is her marketing strategy. They're fake constraints. The reason, like, she doesn't need to. She doesn't need to do it. So she does restocks. I don't think it's not weekly. I think it's either once a month or once every 2 weeks that she does the restocks. So the reason she hoards all of them, she doesn't just put, most people with a store, they don't do this restock method. What they do is they get the inventory and they put it on the website, they sell it, they get more inventory and they put it up, they sell it. You know what I mean? She doesn't put the inventory up when she's got it. She waits, she tells people she's out of stock, and then when she has a certain amount of resources to where she's like, I'm gonna make this amount of money in this time frame, she puts those up all at once, when she's got like a certain amount. Let's see how much. Oh, she's got 17 in stock. So we've 23 minutes in, you can get 17 keychains. And you still got accessories and add-ons. So that's like her entire thing, is she'll create these dates in order to not provide it all the time. And by having that scarcity where people don't have access to her, it basically makes people want it more because they can't just go get it. And that's the whole fucking thing. And then that's really interesting to me because she uses the word luxury in her marketing. She calls it a luxury self-defense keychain on Instagram. The whole concept with creating a luxury brand or a high quality brand is the concept that it is not something that you can just go get from anywhere. that it takes additional work to source this specific thing. Besides the fact where, and that's when we're talking about quality. I'm not talking about how people will sell a white t-shirt for $100 and slap a brand name on it and call it luxury. That's a different type of shit fuckery. But I'm talking about for framing it as a luxury experience. You know? Um, for example, if you're in luxury real estate and you go to someone's kitchen and you're in luxury real estate, if you've got cheap granite counters that anybody could get, that house isn't going to sell for much. But if you have Italian marble in that kitchen, that raises the value of your property significantly. Oh, Kimmy said great minds think alike. Hell yeah. And also encourages people to buy quickly and settle for a product that they might not have bought otherwise. Damn, I didn't even think about that, but you're right, because you could be going to get something, it's out. And then you're also right, because look, you can't get it without pepper spray. It's sold out. So what if you don't even want pepper spray? Well, now you're getting pepper spray, bitch. Like Supreme, I don't know this reference. Or if I do, I'm blanking on it at the moment, thanks to Tommy Chong and Cheech Marin. I feel like I say I'm Tommy Chong'd out a lot on this channel, and I should really give Cheech Marin more credit. Like, what about Cheech? It's Cheech and Chong. Cheech. Cheech. Cheech is a hard word for me to say, though, because I actually can't hear well, like and are hard sounds for me to hear, and I had to do speech therapy to learn how to talk, and I have a lisp that I don't think will ever go away. People also like small batch production runs and the perception of supporting small business. Exactly. And I think that's also why she melt, because I know that the only account that is being followed, the one following on Instagram, is her personal account. And so in a lot of content on her channel, on her main channel, she's got her wedding, but she's only got, she's got her husband, obviously, but there's 2 of the wedding related posts here on her main channel. And I noticed, I don't think it's recent because, now it's getting old, but between 2021 and like 2022, 2023 area, this bitch was posting a bunch of wedding shit. But she posts so much, I think I'd have to scroll down pretty far to get back there if it's still up there.
This is our what?
Oh, fuck. So this is from March 8th, which is only about 2 months ago. And this is how much I've scrolled down, if you can see this little bar right here. So you see, it would take a long time for me to get back over a year. But she did years ago, I swear to God, I'm not lying. She was doing a bunch of fucking wedding content. Like a shit ton. Like, it was her entire fucking profile was the whole thing about being married in Hawaii. How many products she makes at a lower price point without pepper spray versus higher? That's a great question. Let's look. Can I still, I think I can still see regardless of if it's in the, so, that's why, okay, now I see what happened. So earlier, I said I don't know why I think they're out of stock, because I saw this and I didn't, so I must have adjusted the price without realizing it when that mishap happened earlier. All right, sorry, wait, okay, so it looks like, yeah, wrong way. Dude, I'm out of it. That makes sense. Duh. Okay, so it looks like, all right, her cheapest shit starts around 30 bucks for the self-defense keychains. And let's see what accessories. Okay, so accessories start around 10. Oops. Yeah. So you can get like a keychain tracker. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, you said I believe you. Thank you, Kimmy. Because I'm gaslighting myself. But okay, honestly, so now they've only got 2 accessories left in stock. They've only got 12 self-defense keychains left in stock. Damn. Um, like 30, they are out of stock on 30 products in 30 minutes. That's pretty fucking good. Um, fucking, oh, like the keychain that was sold out without pepper spray but still available with it. Did she make the same quantity of each or a lot less without? That's a great question. I wish it would tell me the quantity. But I agree. That could definitely be an element that she is doing. Um, if I were her doing that though, what I would do would be the opposite way, to where I had more available with, wait, that is what she did. She had more available with pepper spray than without to make you buy the pepper spray. I see what you're saying. My brain. Yeah. Fucking. Damn. Yep. Mm-hmm. You're right. You're right. I think you're right. Or I'm saying you're right. I actually don't technically know if you're right because I'm not her, but I think you're right. And not to discredit you when I say I think you're right, but don't know for sure. But just saying I don't know for sure. But these look like keys, but these are a knife. Okay, I've never seen one of these before. Theoretically, I think this is really interesting because this could actually be dangerous, because now I'm gonna be like, now I gotta really look at keys, because people could be taking keys to places, they're not supposed to be taking knives, and people who don't know better might not even know better. Am I wrong for that? For thinking that? You can get just a wristlet. That's what these are called. Okay, a wristlet. Interesting. It's just 11 bucks for that. Okay, this I wouldn't. Everything else, like the keychain as a package, if I had the money laying around, I might just fucking buy one from her, because why the fuck not? It's all put together for me. It's like, yeah, you could go look up and buy each of those things individually, but it's more convenient to just buy one thing all at once, right? So, I can see the value in spending money on most of these products, but I don't see the value in, unless it's an add-on and your art, well, it's in the add-on section. But unless it was an add-on, and I would only see the value in getting a wristlet as an add-on, like, because otherwise it's like, this is really expensive to. You could go to fucking Target, get a $4 or $5 wristlet, get a pretty bracelet. Oh yeah, back to the fucking data shit though. My bad. So, fucking. So it helps you understand customers. But here's the thing. Here's where GDPR comes into play, and we're gonna get there with the limitations. So, any studying a customer has on their data, that is impacted by this reporting, because that's one factor of many factors impacted by this reporting, because you don't fucking they can't track analytics they don't have permission to track. Well, they may actually have that data, but it's not legal for them to share it. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Fucking third party. This is the whole section about how do brands obtain third party data. Third party data is, like I was discussing before, it's based on adding different codes to your website. So the only way to obtain the third party data is if codes can be tracked on your website in terms of from second-party sources, or it could be from what those second-party sources share with the third-party source is then where you're getting the data. And that third-party source can vary from where they get their data and what factors influence what they're presenting to you based on which platform it is. And we'll talk about each one of those as we use it. And you can use it for a variety of things, from looking at your own customers to stalking your competitors' customers. You know, you can do a lot with this shit. And I don't know about advanced data modeling, to be honest, but apparently there's some shit you can do with all of that. Oh, you know what? I actually do know about lead attribution models, persona and acquisition models, and retention models. I just never heard of it and called advanced data. But okay, if that's advanced data, then I guess I do know about that. Fucking, but yeah. So this is just about an overview of Data Axle, from Data Axle on third-party data. Fucking, then Brave.com has some information about the limitations of third-party data. Fucking, and that's because, you know, so we're moving to an internet that is going to eventually do away with a lot of the cookies that have been in place, because a lot of the cookies that have been tracking data, thanks to the GDPR and CCPA and the way that devices are now handling privacy in their data, those cookies aren't very useful if we're not allowed to do anything with the information. So the way cookies are being used and the way that the third-party sources even track data is starting to change, from the use of cookies to other machine learning tools. So this is also all transitioning, and over time, a lot of what I'm saying, so a lot of it, I think it's all still helpful to know, because anytime there are changes in the tech world with SEO, I think knowing the past history of the updates helps you understand why the current updates are in place. But with changes, I don't know where all of this information is going, is basically what I'm trying to say. But basically, so the reason let's talk about the limitations. The biggest limitation, as we've discussed and as Ronco the Bailey has said, but as I think he just wasn't aware of, and so he didn't know in terms of, because he doesn't do marketing. He's a lawyer. It's not his job to know this shit. But even though he happens to be good at marketing, as someone with a strong YouTube channel, it's just not his job to know this shit, though. Fucking data inaccuracies. On the biggest level, they are created by the cookies from the cross tracking. That does create a discrepancy because there are delays in processing times. There are, and the delay could be going in two ways as well. And then lead attribution modeling can change. So the way that people count your data, like if you buy something from somebody, and you were at their website within a week, and then you buy something, the way you're going to show up in analytics is going to show up both when you were at their site a week ago and when you came and bought something. And you're going to be able to attribute you as a lead and as a returning user in that manner, right? So in your first and second party analytics, you're going to know what happened because you're going to be able to track what the individual did. But the third party analytics isn't going to know that information. They're not going to be able to track that. So they're going to be, for example, counting one person as two. So there'll be different types of things like that that can create these discrepancies to where then the numbers that they are estimating, because, and I'll show you these other things later, are fucking when that part is factored in, that contributes to the inaccuracy. I don't feel like I'm processing, so I don't feel like my sentence made sense, but read my fucking mind, all right? Let's check in real quick on where our restocky stock is at. Um, oh, damn. They've only got 3 keychains left in stock right now, and it is 7:40 in 40 minutes. God damn, that is woo! And they've got 3 accessories left and 5 add-ons left. That is wild. Fucking yeah. Um. All right, and then there's also fragmented user profiles. So on top of lead attribution being a factor in terms of actions taken, there's also the other factor of different devices. You know what I'm saying? We live in a cross-device society. So your first and second party analytics, depending on how you have that set up, can track that to an extent. But your third party analytics won't be able to get that information. They're just going to get the hits. So if that makes sense. So you can trust third party sources if you understand why there is a discrepancy, because it's not to get an accurate number. It is to understand the efficacy and use it as a gauge for understanding the user flow. Typically, it's based on user flow. All third-party sources are in some way based on user data and user flow and the actions and their behavior. So it's not about locking down that specific number. It's about understanding what actions are being taken with you, if that makes sense. So yeah. And I love how they're basically ended this article with "it's better than nothing, bitch." Just kidding. But fucking, yeah, so I'm gonna link all this shit in the video when it's done too. Oh, Kimmy said big data has a standardized meaning in data science or internet or IT. But advanced data doesn't. It's more descriptive, contextual, and to my knowledge, mostly used for marketing and or client communications. That is good to know. Thank you. The more you know. Um, Fucking, in their terms, they have, for Social Blade, they have a blurb about their data sources. Um, So they're only gathering publicly available data from each of the API stands for application program interface services, and not anything private about your account. So when private data is granted, collected data via the private token isn't being stored. It is just being used to verify various things, such as how many views you receive, to see if you qualify for services, to show that you're the verified owner of the account. Okay. So, or job descriptions. Yes, good to know, Cameron. That was an add-on to the definition of advanced data. It can be used in job descriptions. Good to know. Fucking, because here's another thing. I also feel like marketing, there's so many facets and aspects to marketing that you could be doing this 10, 15, 20 years, and you could be doing the thing that you then learn about, and then you realize, oh, you've been doing that. You just didn't know that's what you were doing. Type of thing. I think that's interesting. An API, also, for people who don't know, is so anytime you are entering into a database, you could be using, if you're using like you could be manually coding it using some form of editor for coding, or you could be doing some form of data entry into what is called an API, which is where someone else has done the main coding for you, and you just set the information to what you want it to be, and then that predetermined code is done for you, if that makes sense. So, like, for example, when you are sending an email, you are using the Gmail API to do so. I don't know. I need to learn how to better simplify, because I've heard that if you're not able to easily simplify something, you don't understand it. You know what I mean? So if I'm not able to easily explain what an API is, if that didn't make sense to someone, I think it's more so because I don't understand it than to do with you. But not to say what you do or don't understand. I'm just talking too much like I normally do here. Okie dokie. So on there, they have a money calculator thing, and at the bottom, it notes that the range will fluctuate because many factors come into play when calculating a cost per impression. Quality of traffic, source country, niche type of video, price of specific ads, ad block, and the actual click rate, etc. And they're talking about estimated cost per impression. So Social Blade makes it very clear. All of this is estimations. They never claim to be accurate. And then, yeah, and they just reiterate what I just basically said again in their privacy section as well, and the data sources. So when we go look at this material, so now we're looking at their Social Blade. It gives you more information for YouTube. For YouTube, you can see like their video views. So on YouTube, it doesn't tell you how much the channel is making exactly, but what it tells you is based on the views that YouTube has tracked you getting and the average cost that is garnered per view, how much would that estimation be? That's kind of where they're going. They're not saying that you definitely made this amount of money. They're saying this is what average channels are earning based on a number of factors for a channel like this with views like this. So, and that is what the grade is for as well. It's all comparing. That's not a word. Comparing. God damn it. You know what I mean? It's pitting you. Oh, I'm burping. Sorry, Coca-Cola. It's pitting you against other people. I'm combining words, and now I'm burping and speaking at the same time. I'm a fucking mess. Let's look at how much this bitch sold. Fucking. Oh, damn. She's only got 3 keychains left in stock. Damn. But if y'all look at this one, hardly anyone can get a keychain. Okay, bitch, it's 48 minutes in. You can still get a keychain, though. Like, I get, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like that comment is like, okay, did you really even try to get one, though? Because, I mean, you could have. Like, damn. So, yeah. So, another, fucking thing I have is SEO optimizer. SEO. Oh, you know what? I forgot to finish Social Blade. So Social Blade for Safety First Boutique, the grade it gives you is a rank. It ranks you against their database. So she's got a lot of followers and a lot of shit. It gives you more information if you log in, create an account, all that. But I ain't doing that. Does it give me any more information? Fuck you. No, it's not. Okay. Just checking. Does she have YouTube? I totally should have done this before the live stream. That's my bad.
Package an order for Olivia.
This is what I should have done before. But we're here now. Alright, we're going to YouTube. And so, and I don't know if she monetized her account. So if her account were monetized, these would be estimated earnings. So you see here, it even says estimated earnings. It doesn't say these are your earnings. And right here is talking about views. It aggregates them. You know what I'm saying? So it'll show what were the views you had from the new video, and what does that make your new total views, and how many subscribers do you have. So a lot of people are saying, you know, that these numbers are off. But how are you telling me that estimated earnings with a very wide range are off? You know what I mean? And it's not saying that she made these earnings from these videos, because I don't even think she monetized this account, or did she? Maybe I'm wrong. Is there a way to tell from, I don't know how to, if someone monetized their shit. She doesn't have a member program.
Package an order.
Fuck you, stop talking. Oh, that's rude. I'm rude. Okay, no, keep talking. My bad. I hate videos. That wasn't about you. Fucking. I'm a bitch. This shit has 2 million views. 2 million views. So I don't know if people with the same celebrity names actually do order from her, but she's constantly using celebrity names. I don't know if it's a fake scenario, if it's real, to get views. That is an advertising strategy that this person does. So if her account were monetized, these would be the estimated earnings one could expect. And if you were relying on YouTube for your income, this would kind of, what this would do would be telling you, like, say this were monetized, this would give you a rough idea of what other people like you making for the type of content you're putting out. And that way you can kind of gauge what is your success metric against others by knowing your thing. So it's kind of like how, if you ever do standardized testing in high school, and then it'll show you your test scores, and then it'll show you how you compare against, like, I think it shows you like your, not the school, but the region or the district area or whatever, like how you compare against the district or something like that. I think it's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, your analytics and your own data tells you your score, and now you're looking at how do you compare against others. Because why would you need a third-party source to tell you what your data is? You know what I mean? That's not what a third-party tool is for, by definition. That's what you use a first or second-party tool for. You know what I'm saying? That's where I think, like, Runko the Bailey just didn't know what the fuck Social Blade was for. And that's totally fine. It's to compare, it's to see where you should be, not to see where you are. You know what I mean? But yeah, fucking SEO optimizer. This bitch, they're like giving her a D- in usability and an F in social, because for her social. So her social media isn't linked at all. She does not have a Facebook pixel, as I had said before. No, there's not much link building. No analytics tracking at all. And that's really important with sales. That would actually help her make more sales if she had analytics, for all the reasons we've been discussing. Fucking, you know, and then let's look at performance and usability. So she's got some meta descriptions, because I saw that in her code, but I'm assuming she perhaps doesn't do it on all of her inventory or something like that. Yeah, she has no business schema. So the rich data that I was talking about, the JavaScript object location linked data, that's also known as schema. So that's what I was talking about. Um, so yeah, and then usability. Oops. So she's not optimized for core web vitals, and core web vitals, I forgot what all three stand for, but basically it tests how fast does your website take to load, period. Not only how fast does your website take to load, but when your website is loading, does shit shift while it loads, or does it stay in the same place? And then, can your website, how quick can your website be used? If that makes sense. So it measures all of that. Um, and so if it's telling her she's got, and like, so if she's not optimized, she's probably just not loading that quickly. And I could see that because on maybe she's loading faster on mobile, but on desktop her site doesn't go very fast. So you don't have, so this just goes to show you, your marketing does not have to be perfect to be successful. Like, there's a good amount of things that could be considered wrong here. Oh, yeah, Kimmy said her channel's got way more than enough subscribers if it used to be monetized, so it'd be a pretty bad business decision if it's not. Even if it's not a significant revenue stream, revenue is revenue. I agree completely, and that's why I'm kind of surprised. I'm like, am I wrong for thinking her channel doesn't look monetized to me? Um, oh damn, she's only got one keychain left in stock, and it is 7:56 p.m. It's the mystery keychain is what's left. That's funny. Um, I still got some self-defense accessories and some add-ons. And another thing she'll do, so Google says Core Web Vitals measures loading performance, responsiveness, and visual stability. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that sounds right. And it's funny because I did a video on Core Web Vitals, so I should know these definitions better. So one of the things that she'll be doing too, what I think is going to happen when this keychain goes out, all of this is going to go and back to the restock is over, because what she's talked about in her accessories is how she'll have accessories or add-ons left after her restock, but she doesn't leave them up to still purchase. You have to wait till the next restock to get them. And her reasoning will be that she might use them in new products that she's going to restock on. In terms of what she tells people, but what I think is actually happening is, like what you were saying, would be the artificial scarcity. Fucking. But yeah, let's see what happens when this goes out of stock, this mystery keychain. If this goes back to the whole thing is over, then we'll know I'm right about that. But if this is still up a little bit longer for you to get accessories after this is out of stock, then we'll know that was her strategy all along, artificial scarcity, because she wasn't trying to push these still. Um, says she may not have memberships and such because all of her videos are shorts, but she could be monetized for ad revenue. Okay, you're right, you're right. Um, I wonder if I watch her videos and see an ad if it will tell me that, but you're right, because it is all shorts. Hmm. Huh. That's convenient. Is this channel monetized? Let's find out together. Doom, 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 doom. Germo. What the fuck? So the answer is we still don't know for sure. But you know what? Maybe they are not. If they're not being tracked as monetized, maybe she isn't. Not keeping inventory after available after a restock is interesting. Yeah, I think that's what she's talked about, having done that before, and I think that's what she's going to be doing again. Let's see if that mystery keychain sold out. Oops, that's the accessory. Oh, we still got it in stock. It's still available. Okay, we're still waiting. Waiting, waiting, waiting on the world to change. I mean, I thought I already fucking did this damn thing. Am I high? No, well, I ain't doing none of that. I'm not logging in this shit. Fuck that. Alright, hold up. Wait, where is I? Okay, we looked at this. No, we looked at... Ah, fuck it. That can go. Or, wait, did I use that, though? I don't remember. I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna exit that one out. Okay, so, Neil Patel. Oh, wait, did we look at... Okay, we looked at this. Did we look at this yet? I don't think we did. You know what? We're going to start here. I don't remember if we looked at SEMRush or not, but, you know, whoops, if we looked at this twice, we're going to look at it again. Fucking, you know what? I actually don't think we looked at this. So it's showing that, you know, she doesn't have the best website health according to their analytics. She's got a good bit of what they consider errors, including broken pages and things like that. But search engine optimization doesn't seem to be crucial to her sales strategy, so none of this is going to break her business, but it could improve her sales. Let's see. Will this give me... Oh, wait, that's the wrong thing. Whoops. I can't use my words. Okay, let's look. Oh, damn it. Fuck you, SEMrush. Okay, I was going to try and see if I could use this on-page SEO checker by SEMrush, but I used my limit. So we just have the information from... Did I even get a site audit? Or you know what? I think it refreshed because I have too many tabs open, so we didn't even get to look at her site audit, to be honest. Well, fuck you. We didn't even get to use this for my video. Fuck you, SEMrush. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, what did Kimmy say? I bet that site checks for mid-roll ads and community funding options to tell channels are monetized, but shorts don't have mid-rolls. Oh, ads just play between shorts, but creators still get a cut. That's good to know. You know, I bet she does probably have that turned on because it would be foolish if she doesn't. But I mean, you know, it's okay to be a little not full like it's okay to not be aware though, you know, but I would be checking my monetization status if I had that type of following on my YouTube, you know. So personally, fucking Neil Patel's Ubersuggest is tracking that she gets like over 11,000 organic monthly traffic. And yeah, her shit gets like thousands of views. It's got a lot of backlinks. And she's got a pretty good SEO position too. Like being on a position for a number 5 for a keyword term as broad as keychain defense is actually pretty huge in terms of SEO. That's pretty good. Fucking. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So for each one of these tools that we're using, these are all different third-party sources, but each one acquires their data in a different way. And each one, you would have to go look into the about and look into each site how they track their data, because they will all disclose, just like I showed you in Social Blade. But I didn't do that work beforehand, and I don't feel like doing it now. But fucking, so they all disclose their calculations, so they're based on different factors as relevant to each platform. But so SpyFu, for example, will be analyzing your ads. So they're focused on your monetization with advertising, but then Neil Patel and SEMRush and things like that, they're more focused on your general organic search engine optimization. So each one in that regard, like in a way, yeah, they're both tracking your data from Google and from your site, wherever your site is, but they're also getting different information from different places on Google in order to put that data together. And then this other thing called rank math or whatever is showing that like common keywords, are on their thing. They don't have an SEO description for their homepage, which is actually pretty huge with getting found online. Yeah, I don't use image alt attributes, so that's probably where they're getting that error. And this other thing we were seeing, they don't have some of their metadata done there. Back in So yeah, there are various things that they could be doing to rank better organically. And then I also went ahead because I was just curious as to what were the keywords that they were ranking for, um, priced at, and what were the search volume. So they have high competition, but all of the keywords that their site could rank for also does have a good search volume. So, and then they also have very good pricing options to where if they were running ads, they would be able to get a very, very good return on investment because, they're not, their items are between 40 and 80, but the most expensive keyword that they're currently ranking for is estimated to be around $8. So that's good for them there. For me, and the reason I'm bringing this up like this is, so for me, for example, my average keyword in marketing is around $10. But that means I have to price my service to be very expensive if I want to run an ad on it in order for it to be profitable. Yeah, Kemi said she sincerely doubts she got metadata and alt descriptions in every product photo. Yeah, I agree. And it's like, on some level, I get not having a mental workload to do all of that data entry, but depending on how you have your website set up, so different parts of my website are easier to do that than others. So parts of my website are set up through dynamic pages through a content database. And on those pages, super fucking easy to do. I can get that alt description done all day. But for every single page on my website, it is a bit of a hassle for sure. But yeah, back to like while I was looking at this pricing, thinking about the profitability of her offer at its current pricing was something I had in my head too, because like it's hard for me to run ads and provide a service at a lower price point. But right now, she's not even running ads, but she still could be making a very strong return on investment if she ran ads and maintained it at the price point she's running ads on. So here's why I am pointing our direction here. If she ever does run ads, what I am wondering is, will she raise her prices to make more money, or will she keep her prices the same because she can currently make a good amount of money off of the her ad? I can't, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. But yeah, fucking. Okay. Her mystery keychain is still in stock. So I think it's been about 20 or 30 minutes ago. The rest of her keychains went out of stock, and this one has been in stock for like the last probably 15-20 minutes. Um, for 43 keychains to go out of stock in less than an hour is just astounding marketing. Okay. And then this is the last, SpyFu is the last third-party analytics site that I wanted to go over. Fucking, so she's got a lot of organic keywords. It's not currently tracking her as having doing any pay-per-click advertising. So it looks like her traffic is 100% organic just from her social media and YouTube marketing. Um, fucking, she's got a lot of competitors, but it looks like she is holding her own within them too. Um, and it kind of, I feel like what's setting her apart from her other two competitors is probably that luxury wording and that luxury kind of thing. So this article is linking to her called Net Influencers, popular small businesses on TikTok. I want you to go away. How do I dismiss you? Okay. Okay. So yeah, fucking. So yeah, this bitch has been getting followers and shit. So that's interesting. And so you can also use this tool to see where your competitor is getting written about and picked up at, because then that could give you ideas for placements for yourself also. Fucking. But yeah. So she's doing pretty well for herself marketing wise. She's got people talking about her. She's selling out her shit. I do think that she is using like artificial scarcity. She still got this in stock. Okay, we didn't look at her videos. We looked at one of them, but so fucking her Instagram grid, on the grid is mostly pictures of either herself holding the keychains or in front of like a bush or something, or it's her sitting on grass with the keychains in her lap, and that's the entire grid. So all the keychains are different colors. Her grid, a lot of people don't get this much interaction on all their grid stuff, but she does still get hundreds of likes, and some of them even thousands on her pictures. So that's very good engagement for photos, because right now video is king. And fucking, she's got this whole like, so her fucking, why did I think she had millions of views on her reels though? Because I'm seeing 20,000 views. Oh, this one has 100,000 views. Maybe it's on TikTok. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, or like not remembering correctly like the amount of views that she had. But I thought she had more views, but she still got a lot of views. Like her shit's going viral. She's got a lot of engagement per view. I don't know how much of each product she has. It's interesting. Oh, that's why. So on TikTok, one of her videos has 19.2 million views. So let's watch this one real quick and see why it's so popular.
Customer, hi there, I don't use my keychain. Can I return it? Me, hi there. I'm glad you haven't used your keychain. Customer, I know that's why I want to return it.
So a lot of her, so one of the things I was telling you about that she does with her advertising, she'll constantly be using celebrity names like this celebrity ordered from me in order to get views, like we saw that with her YouTube channel. And then this other common format she does with her videos is she'll be like talking about basically complaining about customers, but talking about like customers trying to get refunds from her and her denying it. And that's like a common uh, like format that she does that seems to generate a lot of views. And I think the reason it generates so much views is because for people in customer service, it's kind of relatable to where, you know, you really will have these conversations with people who are this like I don't know, man, like who act this way. Fucking but then some of it is like a lot of the comments are like, this is just rage bait and this is made up and you're stupid. That can sometimes be a comment that I've seen from her videos, but then it also a lot of people are just like, oh my god, I want one.
Me, it's good to carry your keychain in case of emergency. Customer, you're not understanding.
Oh, Kimmy said, would you do ads if you were her? I wouldn't think it's worth the cost as long as she's doing the restock model, because I bet the conversion rate would tank. But I'm not a marketer, so super curious to hear your thoughts and insights. I don't know her budget, so just because this business is doing well doesn't mean she has the money to do ads. So I don't know how much money she has. Like these restocks could be doing well, but say she's selling, 300 things with an average price point of 40. That's about 1,200. So say she's making between 1,000 and 3,000 a month on this, then no, she shouldn't be running ads because she's just not. I was thinking about pulling up a calculator and then I changed my mind. But anywho, she fucking because I changed my mind because I was like, I'm not even gonna try to do math right now. I suck at it anyway. But sorry. If she's only making around 3,000, which is what I think she is, but I think she's making possibly between 3 and 10,000 a month. I think she's making just enough to cover her bills, cover her expenses, pay some employees to help. And if that is all she is making, then she should not be running ads right now because she doesn't have any extra money to spend. Running ads, if you're she's doing the first step of getting to where you want to run ads from, because there's no point in if you're not making sales without ads, running ads will not make you sales. And I'm gonna say that again. If you are not making sales without an ad, running ads will not make you sales. And I'm talking about paid ads, not free advertising. You have to do free advertising to make sales. You know what I'm saying? Usually, fucking because if your current marketing strategy is not generating you sales, putting money into it and scaling a bad oh my god, there's like is that a termite? I think that's a termite. Fucking New Orleans, it's termite season. If you're not making money without spending money is just gonna lose you more money. Okay? Because you're already not, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that she's profitable is step one to where, okay, once she's got extra money, then she should run ads with it. And when you're running ads, the most important thing is setting up your cost caps. So when we did the keyword research before, now we know the average pricing. And then we also look at conversion rates. The average ad is going to have a 1% conversion rate. 1 out of 100 people who see your ad are going to click on it. 1 out of 100 people who click an ad will fucking buy from it. And so in order to get a 4-to-1 return on ad spend, what I do is say 4x, plus x equals the cost of my offer. So if I have a $20 offer and I want a 4-to-1 return on ad spend, I'm going to say 4x plus x equals 20. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 4 equals 20. So if I ran an ad and I said I am not, and I said it, so I said I'm not going to, if I spend $4 without getting a customer, I know it's not working. Because in that scenario, you want $4 to be the amount you spend on a customer to get a 4-to-1 return on ad spend if I'm running an ad on a $20 offer. If that makes sense, to be profitable. And so because only 1% of the people who click on my ad are going to act, I need to then say, okay, well, I know I want to spend $4 to acquire a lead, and I need 100 clicks to acquire a lead. Therefore, I need to spend 40 cents per click to get $4 per lead to get a 4-to-1 return on ad spend on a $20 offer, where I make $4 for every one I spend, including the one I spent. And so in that scenario, when you do that math, that's when you set those cost caps. So the cost caps I set, I start with my cheapest offer, and that will be the lowest cost cap I start from. The highest cost cap I will raise it to will be where I can get a 4-to-1 return on ad spend on my highest offer. So you do those numbers first, and then at that point, if you set up your ad right, it is not possible to lose money on it because you've set it so your ad will not run if you are not making money, if that makes sense. So once you have the money to spend on the ads, then it's a good idea to run it. I'm reading your comments now. Sorry, I wasn't reading, but I just saw. So Kimmy said, I'm pretty skeptical about alleged customer interactions without any receipts. As you said, that content performs well and endears viewers to businesses. Yeah, I agree. Like, I never look at the ones, like, unless there's something in the video to prove that this was an actual event that occurred. I feel like, what's his fucking name? One call, that's all. Click it, one click, that's it. What's his name? Lawyer, marketer. Come on, bitch. Why can't I remember you? Why can't I remember your name? But I can remember one. Wait, that's not right. One shit. I'm typing what I'm saying. My bad. Okay. Morris Bart. Fucking. So this lawyer, I don't know if you know him because he's more of a southern regional thing, but his marketing got so big that a lot of people know him. Fucking, he's a lawyer. His whole thing is one call, that's all, and one click, that's it, are his two things. But he got big because in the 90s and early 2000s, before there were any laws about lawyers having to represent if a client was real or not, he would run so much ads with fake, using fake fucking scenarios with paid actors and not disclose that they were paid actors, so people were thinking that he was getting results he never fucking got. You know what I'm saying? So Morris Bart ruined trust in marketers for all of us. I'm just kidding, but that's what really, like, being even at a young age, just like I realized this at a very young age, and so it's just like that kind of thing. All right, we still got our mystery self-defense keychain available. Fucking, yeah, so that type of shit is, why I was just like, fucking, I don't even know, like, I don't trust marketers either for various scenarios, if they're not backing up what the fuck that they're doing, you know what I mean? I had started, fuck it. Sorry, I'm like this. I had started a stopwatch. I just pressed stop on it because, I don't know, I didn't do a good job. I should have done a better job with that. And like, maybe I should have, like, done like a stoppy thingy when I noticed that the restock was out. And so we could have seen when the restock went out. And then maybe I should have done another restock when this mystery keychain ended. But, I mean, I'm not using the right words, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. But I forgot to about that. Whatever. But yeah. Oh, and then your other fucking comment. So, you base the decision to buy ads on revenue slash budget, even for companies that do the restock model or otherwise have limited inventory. Yeah, regardless of um, your because that would be the difference between her sales model and her advertising model, because the restock method is more of a sales methodology, because that is what you're doing with people at the point of purchase, versus the running ads would be more of your ads, so your marketing strategy. So they're two different strategies and they can go together, but they don't necessarily have to be the same. So I would never, for every business, your ads should be based on your own revenue and budget. And I think that's where a lot of businesses make mistakes, is they won't even be having people coming in the door, but they'll be spending money on ads because they see other people spending money, and so they think they should too, but they don't even have the money. And I think that comes back to this social pressure, where a lot of people in our society will spend more money to look like they have money than actually trying to make that money. In a way, it's kind of like, where people will go into debt to have name brand clothes and a name brand car and a name brand house that they can't even really actually afford. And um versus they could have actually afforded, they want like a brand new BMW, but they could have afforded a nice little Toyota Camry. You know what I mean? Like things like that. It's like, are you just, do you care about getting from point A to point B, or do you just care about social status? A lot of people run ads, it's just vanity metrics, and it's just to make themselves feel like they're being promoted. They're not even tracking the analytics to know if the ad is making a sale or not. You know what I mean? And then they'll complain that they spent all of their money and they don't know where it went. And I'm not, and if you're actually struggling with ads, I'm not trying to make light of that. The struggle with learning how to run ads is real, and that should not. I never want to make light or make fun of someone who is actually genuinely struggling with running ads and not knowing what to do, because that stress really fucking sucks, especially when you don't know how to make a living and you're fucked, right? So I'm definitely not trying to make light or shit on that. I'm trying to shit on people who, they know better. They know it's for people. It's kind of like going to a bar and you don't have any money in your account, but you're going to order shots of alcohol and then get mad because you can't afford to pay for the shots, even though you knew you had no money in your wallet when you walked in. That's what I'm shitting on. Um, but yeah, fucking. So a lot of people, they don't realize how much work it takes with the free marketing and posting and the views that you need in order to get sales or whatever, and to build relationships, to where they'll make a few posts sporadically here and there. They don't maintain that consistency long enough to build customer relationships, in order to make their social media profitable. But you don't need. She went viral. She has all these followers. That's great for her. But you don't need all of that to make sales. You can. I actually think it's better to be somebody who can monetize less following, because that speaks to value alignment. The more people you have, the broader your reach is going to be, and that can come into conflict with value alignment between messaging, between not between value alignment and between messaging and between where someone is in the buyer's funnel. So by focusing on the individual relationships, and not trying to worry about going viral, just focus on individual relationships, then you start to see sales come along. And I think so many people, they have a sale right in front of them, but they're more focused about going viral. It's like when people are in a good relationship, and you just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship. But people will be in a relationship with a good person, and they will go just fuck around and cheat, and it won't even be. It'll just be because they want to have that option and then still be able to do whatever they want in a way. Uh, and I feel like business people, where they go wrong is that's how they treat their relationships with people. They don't commit to the individual relationships with our buyers, because we're all like, I'm looking for anybody. I don't care about my individual relationship. I care about the money. Is where businesses go wrong. And I think if you focus on the relationship and the community, then the community support will follow. And people care more about profiting off of an individual than building a fucking community. You know what I mean? And so most businesses don't need to be running ads statistically, because most businesses, for small businesses particularly, you're not making enough money to be spending money on ads. The ads you run should really just be more for specific campaigns, I think. But yeah, sorry, I could be rambling all day about that. I know it's been like a 2-hour live stream. Jesus Christ. Let's see if this bitch's shit is in stock still. Let's refresh. Okay, she's still got her mystery keychain. So I'm over here like, I keep pointing out this one person's comment. He was talking about hardly anyone can get one. Well, not to gaslight that person on their experience in the past, but I feel like this restock, it was pretty fucking easy for someone to get a keychain if they wanted one. It was about 30-40 minutes in to where you couldn't really get keychains anymore. And it's an hour and a half later from this, and you can still get the mystery self-defense keychain. So, uh, you know, you can get one if you want one. And to me, it's like, if you really care that much about wanting a specific keychain, there's so many options to go get them from. You could go get it from somewhere else, like, so, yeah, fucking, I don't know. Time to reflect on final thoughts here. Kimmy says, throwing money at ads without researching, analyzing, and adjusting, as if more eyes equal more sales automatically, feels like that if we can just get X% of the market will be rich thought process. Exactly. And whenever you said research, analyze, adjust, that aligns to the methodology I learned from Depeche Mandalia. He his strategy is test, strategize. Is it strategize or stabilize? I think it's test. I forgot if it's strategize or stabilize, but we're saying both today. Scale. TSS. 3 steps. And so he starts off, it's a 4-week plan that he has for setting up your ads to get them profitable. And he starts off by testing them, using those caps and parameters we discussed earlier. And then from there, adjusting usually audience doesn't need adjusting unless you got it way off, but usually it's some content might need adjusting if you're not getting a good quality score for Facebook. So we're testing, and then we strategize and stabilize anything that needs to be fixed. You know what I'm saying? And after we see what's working, we scale that. And the 2 methods of scaling that you can do are vertical scaling or horizontal scaling. And vertical scaling is when you put more money on the same ad that you're running on. And horizontal scaling is when you apply and you spend money on that onto another offer, and you apply what's working from that ad onto another. And so, yeah, a lot of times, I did a business, I can't speak, I did another video about if scaling was a scam. Because I saw a creator on YouTube, CC Suarez, and I follow CC Suarez. I question some things on CC Suarez with value alignment because sometimes she'll be using like what I perceive as AAVE, and I don't think that she should be. But I think she's just not at that stage in her decolonizing journey yet. I don't feel like she is um, necessarily intentionally trying. This has changed the harm of a white person using AAVE. I still think that's problematic. But I do think there's a difference between a white person who is ignorant about their usage of AAVE versus a white person who's playing the I'm from the hood and have black friends card. Is that okay for me to say? That might not be okay for me to say. I said it all. We'll process that and learn from it. And I apologize for any harm that I may be causing here in this discussion. But she said, how I got to her was she had said that scaling was a scam in one of her videos, and she was specifically talking about a scammer, a real scammer. So I'm not trying to generalize her specific application of this idea to a actual scammer, but that's what led me to talking about scaling, because there are ethical ways. Well, all capitalism is unethical to me, but there are actual ways to scale an ad or a business. So for people who don't know, oh, my captioner isn't working. There it goes. For people who don't know, I just wanted to provide some additional context, that scaling in marketing is valid if you're doing it right. You know what I'm saying? And I happen to know about the two strategies that I use are vertical and horizontal scaling. I believe there are other strategies as well. I just don't know as much about those types of strategies. But yeah, so and then I am checking. I'm not pulling it. I'm not clicking the buttons to show right now, but I'm checking if the keychain, the self-defense keychain is still in stock for the mystery one. So you can still get that. I think this is quite fascinating. In less than an hour, she sold out of all the keychains except for the mystery one. In my next live stream, if I can remember to do so, I will come back and just pull up the Safety Boutique website at the beginning and show if it is showing the accessories and add-ons still available, or if it's all out of stock, or what it looks like or something. I might do that if I remember to, or if I think it's relevant. If I look at it and I don't think it's relevant, might talk about that too. I don't know. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this bitch up because I don't know if I have much more to say about any of this. So if there's anything you want to say about any of this, feel free to let me know. But just summarize just everything that we talked about today. We looked at Safety First Boutique from a business standpoint, the pros and cons of their marketing strategies, what's working, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. We've talked about third-party analytics, and we looked at different third-party analytic tools to analyze this creator's marketing. And we also got to see how fast she sold out of her shit from this restock. And I think it's quite fascinating to see from her marketing strategy standpoint. I think, the false scarcity strategy isn't something that I agree with it's not something I would do, because I just like to be straightforward. I don't like any sort of strategy that is presenting myself not to be something that I am, or that isn't just being honest about what I can do or can't do. So that's where I'm at from it, because I like to be, that's how I think is the best way for me to provide help. But um, I can understand various reasons behind artificial scarcity for generating income, because under the structure of capitalism that we live in, we either make money and live or we die. So for small individual businesses such as her, I'm very fascinated. Um, if there's any advice I'd offer to her or businesses like her based on the information I have access to. Oh yeah. So fucking she needs, well, my biggest advice is right now all of her advertising is based on her social media strategy. And the issue with putting all of your eggs in the basket of relying on only social media, even if you have all of these different social media platforms, is that you can get banned, you can get you could piss someone off and then you could get mass reported, demonetized, banned, you could get hacked, you can lose your data like that, like anything could be gone like that. So I don't know how much of her fucking marketing she is basing all of this on for fucking like with her how much is she building her clients into like her own databases. So I do feel like she probably has some sort of guest login or check-in situation to retain their data, because Shopify does have those options. So I would be utilizing that if she's not, but I know she is from her social media. Um, making sure that she is maintaining that data. Email marketing. She does have a contact list, so I think making sure that she is, as she's doing, uh, so she's doing a good job of maintaining the relationship with the people she's got. In terms of reaching new people, I think she needs to do a better job of search engine optimization, making her website user friendly. And I feel like the false scarcity, if that is false scarcity, if it's actual scarcity and we just don't know a reason for it, then ignore us, because that a good idea would be to share more about that so people understand, because that is an obstacle, an objection that people have to her. So that would be a way, to let people know, to alleviate that. Um, Yeah, she doesn't have to be running ads either, though, just because she could be losing those platforms. She's not doing any SEO. Search engine optimization is completely free. So she doesn't have a Google My Business profile. She has no JSON LD. JSON LD takes 3 to 6 months to work with your website, because it works by Google crawling your data, but Google doesn't crawl all the data all the time because there's too much content out there. So you get crawled every 3 to 6 months. Um, so she's not doing, so all the things she could be doing for SEO with the JSON LD, with the metadata, Google My Business profile, alt tags, the core web vitals and the user experience tying into that, all of that will help her make sure that she's getting found, because she's got 2 other competitors who are outperforming her for non-branded search terms related to self-defense keychains. And so if she focused on her SEO for free, she could be better outperforming her competitors. Um, but yeah, but besides that, she's already got the groundwork. Besides that, and Google Analytics. Google Analytics and the lead attribution is going to tell her where all of her leads are coming from, so she understands even better about which content pieces are bringing her customers and which aren't. Because on a certain level, getting views is nice, but who cares if you need people to sign up for your contact list and you're getting videos with millions of views, but not a single person signs up for your contact list, but you have another video 100 views, 10 people signed up for your contact list. Which video is better for you, right? So it's also about what are you looking for, what do you want. Fucking so just because you're got a lot of views doesn't mean you're getting a lot of sales. So the whole reason having Google Analytics and that second party is so important is because your first party analytics alone aren't going to tell you whether or not that video brought you a lead. You know, you would have to. That's why the second party analytics is so important, is so you can then understand which video brought you a lead. And so yeah, fucking all of that would help her a lot. And if there are reasons related to her having artificial scarcity to make sales because of a past of not having sales when the material was consistently on the site, or if like if that's the reasoning, I feel like having that SEO where she's getting more consistent sales would alleviate that. But back on, so I also just did a video about breaking the feast and famine cycle. And one way you can break the feast and famine cycle, which is what she's doing with this artificial scarcity, is using her busy times to create business and her slower times, if that makes sense. Comment. So I assume scarcity is artificial, but that may be a biased perspective because I realize not everybody starts a business with the goal or intent of growing it as much as possible. Yeah, so when this bitch started, she was originally in nursing school, and then she eventually dropped out of nursing school. And the whole reason she started the self-defense keychain was because she needed those materials for her. She felt she needed those materials for herself when she was going to school, and experiencing some issues on campus. And I definitely can understand that from like if you Google Loyola University New Orleans and rape or SA, you'll understand what, fucking, so the way she started, actually, whether or not I think, question whether, like, regardless of me questioning her value alignment generally and her continuation, I think she started as somebody who it just started selling shit because people were asking her about the shit she was already doing for herself. And so, because we live in a capitalist society, what are we going to do? We're going to capitalize. So in many ways, I think that she's just kind of like been a product of her environment and hasn't yet reached a decolonizing stage. I don't feel like I have experience or wisdom, so that means a lot to me because I feel like I'm like I'll get into arguments with people about human rights issues, and one bitch I got into an argument with on shit was telling everybody that I'm a scammer. She's never done any business with me. How is anything I do scamming? I offer so much free shit. For you to call me a scam when you can just go do my free shit, like I'm not asking for your money. You know what I mean? It's like that pissed me. Like, so for you to tell, like, it feels so, because I've had those types of people in my life to where like they make me feel that way, like where I don't feel valued by people. When people come around me that actually value me, I feel like broken because I'm like, oh my god, how do I respond to a compliment? I'm not used to those. That's great. You know what I mean? Because like I was raised in a pretty abusive environment, and I was either very love bombed or very maltreated, to where it's like I don't know how to do human interactions. So what is people links? But no, that means a lot to me because I feel fucking crazy. But I do feel like I don't know if I'll ever have kids, but what I would like to be able to do is leave behind everything I've ever learned to someone else. And that is why I put together everything I've ever learned about marketing into the Google Drive for my affiliate marketing program. Like, Like, that is everything I ever learned that helped me make any money or profit or do anything good with business for my brand or anything is in that Google Drive. And if you're on the affiliate program, you have access to all of it. Um, but yeah, so no, it means a lot for me for you to leave that comment, because that comment is what I wanted to do with that. And that kind of makes me feel like maybe I can make that happen, or that I am doing it. So, or it's just like motivation to keep going or to keep trying, even if I'm not using the right words. It's like, well, I'm not going to get to the right words if I don't try words. Doesn't excuse any harm of any words that I use, but yeah, I value you, and you're the shit. I'm very grateful for you, and you already know. And my auto captioner is fucking with me. I fuck you, bitch. Not you, but you. I have two screens here. This screen and this screen. Yeah, imposter syndrome. Oh. Yeah, like, it's interesting with the whole fake it till you make it thing. But I've also learned, I've never faked anything on my resume, because I do not want to be put in a position where people are asking me to do something I don't know how to fucking do. That would be my biggest fear, is to have the pressure of doing something I don't know how to do. Where it's my responsibility, right? And so fucking, I had a point. What was it? Yeah, so that's why I don't get. I've had people, when I was starting the affiliate marketing program, I was interviewing people to join it, and people would tell me certain things that they had experience with marketing, so then I'd ask questions, and I feel like they did not have experience in the things that they said they have experience in. For example, I've had people tell me they had 10 years experience in SEO. So then I asked them, great, what keyword tools do you use? What's your metadata strategy? Which rich data do you use? And they couldn't tell me anything about a single one of those questions. And I'm like, I'm going to have a very hard time believing you've got 10 years of experience in SEO and you don't fucking know what metadata means. But yeah, fucking, the imposter syndrome is funny to me, because it's like I got imposter syndrome about shit I know, but I'm interviewing people who don't know this shit and are interviewing with me, who does this shit, acting like they know this shit when I know they don't know that. I'm sorry, but yeah, fucking, yeah. I feel like this is just one of those moments where in my life, like, I kind of feel like everything I've ever done has led me to where I am now, and I'm right where I should be. And it's good to feel this way, because for such a long time, I was in a dark mental health place, and I was in dealing with my trauma and the outcome. And I think I'm honestly think I'm gonna do a series called, like, Trauma Dumping Thursdays, or trauma. Like, I've thought about it. I think because my decolonizing journey is linked to my trauma, and not in like if I'm being problematic, it's because I can blame it on trauma. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I think colonialism and generational trauma are intertwined, and I feel like I'm not able to process or fully separate my decolonizing journey without talking about my trauma right now with where I'm at. And so, because I want to discuss my decolonizing journey, in order to do a better job at that, that involves trauma dumping. So I kind of think I'm going to do a trauma. I'm debating doing it, because I don't want to, like, overshare or whatever. But at the same time, I feel like, because we talk about needing to decolonize, but you don't go from A to B without a journey. So on a certain level, I kind of want to show what is my journey on trying. Even if I know I'm not like great, but I give a fuck. So that's the start, right? But, and thank you for being here because I know you give a fuck. I think I'm gonna just like end this bitch because I talk so much and I really feel like my Aunt Devielle. Aunt Devielle, if you see this, my bad. But she's so funny because she will be at a family gathering and she won't say a damn fucking thing the entire fucking time. And then when it's time to leave, she wants to talk. And I'm like, why? What? The captioner does not love me. Fucking, but yeah, fucking, and I kind of do that too, where like, I feel like whenever I talk a lot when I should be leaving, I call that Aunt Debbie yelling. And that makes no sense. That's probably me being a bitch. But if you're related to me on my mom's side, you might think that's funny. But oh, trauma dumps is pre-records instead of lives. Honestly, I might need to do that. That's probably a way better idea to edit that down. You know what? You're right. If I do that, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait until I process the idea more to even try to do it because I know I am problematic, but I want to mitigate my problematicness. If I can reduce how problematic I am, that would be great. But I don't think there's gonna be like a way for me to not be problematic based on not like excusing it, but based on indoctrination into a colonial society. Deaf goodbyes. Yeah, you're right. Around Deaf Standard Time. Oh my god. Fucking yes. Um, no, cause it's like harder. It's like when no one's here, it's also easier because you're like, all right, I'm done. Bye, bitches. But then it's like I love talking, and then when I get to talk to people, it's just like, oh yay. I don't have. Oh, you know what? Okay, before I go, real quick, I will just let's just pull up. Is this still available? It's out of stock. Let's share the window. Out of stock. We made it. So in less than 2 hours, we were meant to be here. We were meant to wait this long. In less than 2 hours, this bitch sold out of all of the self-defense keychains. Wow. Fucking, that's insane. Okay, but she still has the accessories up, so I was wrong about that element of the brand strategy. I don't know how many days, how long she's gonna keep that up. Because I just noticed that this was out. But yeah, no, that's pretty incredible though. Let's just, because even if she only had one of each item available, I think she had more than one of each item available, but I don't know the count. She did say before that she had sold 300 keychains in her first restock that sold out. So I believe, I'm going to assume she probably sold between 300 to 600 keychains is what I'm thinking. But that's just me guesstimating based on what she did 2 years ago and me thinking that she could have doubled that based on maintaining a consistent viral presence and consistent sales over the last few years. Fucking so she still has the rest of the accessories available, so I am going to assume that she is going to perhaps, I'm assuming that she'll probably leave this up till the end of the night, till midnight her time or something. I don't know. If I randomly do a live stream tomorrow, because I don't have one planned right now, I already said this though, now I'm just repeating myself. If I my next live stream, I'll probably just show what her storefront is currently looking like if she still has these items available. Because I've been doing live streams, multiple live streams every week. But then I've been planning to, god damn, I am immersed in my Aunt Debbie. I should stop blaming my Aunt Debbie when I'm immersed in her. This is a deaf goodbye for sure. But you know, let's say goodbye again. What happened was, um, but yeah. All right. So goodbye for real this time. I'm not gonna. I had done a recap of this whole live, but I don't feel like I need to again. Fucking. I really enjoyed talking with you. Thank you for being here. And yeah, fucking. I hope this was helpful. I mean, it at least gives us ideas for like if client. I think this shit is helpful for us with clients because it just makes us think about different scenarios. So then when clients come to us with different situations to propose to us, we already have these ideas that we've processed to pitch to them, the pros and cons of. So, you know, that's how I'm gonna close this bitch out. All right. I don't know if it's possible, but I'm gonna try to shut the fuck up now. Thanks for watching. You might want to adjust the volume after all of this because a loud music is going to play. So yeah, adjust the volume. And then if you're coming to these lives anyway, I do have a loyalty program, nolo.child.com/loyalty. If you sign up for my site as a member and you follow the check-in procedure, you can get points just for showing up to these lives anyway. So I just want to let you know about that. Yeah, about that. Yeah, I always have a really hard time saying goodbye because, you know, saying goodbye really just kind of feels like you're Tom Hanks. You know what I mean? Over here, just like, Wilson! But anywho, yeah, so thank you for being here and goodbye.